At the meeting, there's been a lot of conversation about the very recent withdrawal from the US market of Panobinostat, which is, in our hands at least, a very important option for the management of our relapsed refractory patients. And given its novel mechanism of action, provides us with an oral approach, which particularly in the era of the pandemic has value, and that at the same time can augment our existing backbone drugs, as best illustrated by the results of the Panorama 3 trial that was led by my colleague Dr. Jacob Laubach, where he demonstrated in the best performing arm a duration of response of 22 months, which is pretty encouraging in this era. Now, recognizing we have multiple options of drugs, nonetheless, myeloma management has never been a sort of zero-sum game. It's always been all hands to the pumps, if I can use that metaphor somewhat loosely. In any event, for regulatory reasons and so forth, at the moment it is actually been taken off the market because of some concerns about not meeting the post-marketing requirements, and there's complexities there and timelines and so on that are all relevant, but nonetheless this shouldn't affect access outside of the United States, and at the same time, where, for example, in the United Kingdom it's particularly important. But I have to say, what I'm hopeful of is that we can sort of rethink this and in some way come back, especially given the mechanism of action of the drug. And it also has promise in other drugs, in other indications, I'm sorry. One of the most passionate, or one of the most sort of pertinent, is actually pontine glioma in children, which is a deadly brain tumor where some of the early activity from Panobinostat has been quite striking. And obviously I'm not close to that study, it's not my field, but from colleagues who are working in that area, there's been some tremendous interest and enthusiasm for it. So what we hope is that this can in some way be appropriately rescued. Patients can continue to have access to the drug if it's benefiting from them, and we can learn from some of the challenges and move forward.